Now I've made you chicken schnitzel, veal schnitzel, but I've never made you fish schnitzel. And that's what I'm going to be doing, serving it with a delicious yogurt tartar sauce. Now to start with, we need a production line. So flour in one bowl. We've got some breadcrumbs in another one. So that's just panko breadcrumbs. I love their crispiness after they're fried in some olive oil. And we need a bowl of eggs. So 2 eggs directly into this bowl over here. And for some extra flavour, I'll add some mustard to the eggs, just a spoonful, keep the rest for the sauce later on, and some herbs. I have a combination of tarragon and dill. You could also just use some parsley. I'll take the leaves off the stalk and then the dill, and we'll scrunch it all up and give it a fine chop. So ideally I'll need about 2 tablespoons of this for now, and then the rest of it we'll use later on again for our sauce. So we'll pop that in with our eggs, a pinch of salt, and some freshly cracked pepper. Now just using a fork, break up those egg yolks and then combine everything together. So it's going to be a thick paste, but this flavoursome glue, if you like, is going to give the fish so much more flavour as opposed to just a standard egg wash. All right, let's start crumbing now that everything's ready to go. Some flour in with the fish. Now I'm just using some cod, but you could use any white firm fleshed fish, and we'll shake off the excess flour. We'll pop that into our delicious egg wash and then into our crumbs. Now we can use 2 hands. I always think that's a handy little tip because this one's going to stay clean, just in case you need to answer the phone later on. All right, I'm going to finish crumbing these and then we'll get on to the next stage. Okay, the fish schnitzels are ready to go into the oil. Now I'm going to use a good quality Australian extra virgin olive oil for frying. I like the flavour of it. This one's a light one, and we want to cover the pan completely with oil, so it's for shallow frying, so a generous amount of it. And we want the heat to be about 170 to 180, so we'll let that heat up before we start frying the fish. The fish won't take long at all. You'll know it's cooked because it'll be golden brown on the outside and the fish will change from that opaque colour to a white colour. A look at these fish schnitties. They look fantastic. This is actually a great way to introduce your friends and family to fish if they don't like it. You can crumb it and also serve them cod, which is a really light in flavour fish. Now I'm going to season it with some salt, so a pinch of salt on each. And just let them sit there just to cool slightly and also drain just on this rack that's got a tray underneath it. Now let's finish off the tartar sauce. So we'll move that to the side for now. In a bowl I have some yogurt and I'm going to just finely grate a small amount of garlic. Usually when I'm making tartar sauce, I add some mayonnaise and sour cream, but I wanted a lighter finish to it. So yogurt is a great alternative. We'll add some French shallots, about a tablespoon's worth, and the zest of half a lemon. I'll also use the juice of half a lemon too. And we'll just squeeze that in. Fabulous. Some capers. These are just some baby capers that I've just drained, and I'm not going to chop them. We'll leave them whole so it's a little chunky. And some mustard, a tablespoon of the mustard, and then some gherkins. Finally slice the gherkins and then gather them up and then chop them up, just so they're roughly done. I love using gherkins for this because I like the vinegariness of them and also their texture, nice and crunchy. Great. Finally, our herbs. I've kept a small amount here, but I might add a few more sprigs of tarragon and that dill because I do love it. And then again, we'll just chop that up. Into the bowl, a small pinch of salt always, and then we'll just fold all of those ingredients together. Yummo, look at that, nice and thick. Mix in that mustard. Okay, we are ready to plate up. So we'll place a few fish fillets just on some baking paper. Oh, let's add them all, why not? They're so pretty. And then a generous spoonful of the sauce on the side. A bit more. And then you can't serve fish schnitzel without some lemon. And I like to add a few gherkins on the side too, why not? That is such a great dish. Chicken schnitzel, forget about it. It's all about fish schnitzel now.